The biggest and most competitive presidential election in Nigeria was won by one man, Garba Shehu. Welcome to the news, and please subscribe to our channel. To get notified when we post our juicy news update, please click on the notification bell. The presidency has aired its views regarding the just concluded presidential election. We saw the presidential candidates of the ruling All Progressive Congress APC, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, emerging as the winner. Speaking on behalf of the presidency, it is the Senior Special Assistant to President Muhammadu Buhari in Media and Publicity, Garba Shehu, who, according to his verified social media handle, pointed out that the presidential election was no doubt the biggest and most competitive in all of Nigeria's presidential elections. However, Garba Shehu, who made the statement, further stressed that irrespective of the fact that it was a strong competition, it was won by just one man, being the All Progressive Congress presidential candidate and former governor of Lagos State, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. In his words, the biggest and the most competitive presidential election in the history of Nigeria has been won by one man, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. One would not be wrong to say Nigeria may have witnessed one of her most competitive presidential elections after a supposed third force was added to the two most dominant parties in the country. Garba Shehu posted on Twitter with us: "The biggest and the most competitive presidential election in the history of Nigeria has been won by one man, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The United States Department congratulated President-elect Tinubu of the governing All Progressive Congress APC and the people of Nigeria on the outcome of the competitive election. The British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak was also very quick to congratulate the winner on this victory, and so many others in ECOWAS and the African Union, though it is true that there were some delays and technical faults in the process that we can learn from, as is the case in any election the world over. The votes progressed and the consolidated democracy in Nigeria." Voila deal. So he's saying it is competitive and it was done by one man. Maybe the fear God. Alright. It is the audacity for me, sincerely. The audacity of the APC, or should I say Garba Shehu. How was this election? How was it the biggest and most competitive? Okay, fine. I can agree with you. The biggest and the most competitive presidential election, yes, was won by one man. No. It was won by one man. Okay, yes. But what happened? Sincerely, sometimes I ask, if you are a politician in this country, that is why I call their politics that stinks. It's like you're automatically prevented from saying the truth for the rest of your life until you leave politics, because I don't understand. Election that was manipulated and rigged by the ruling All Progressive Congress administration and their cohort in INEC, even before the election date. So there is nothing like winner of the election, but only chosen by the cabals to pay him back for helping them come to power in 2015. And there is something that I don't sit well with. A lot of people come out and say, Tinubu built to them, he did this. And I said, what he did for you was pay it forward. He came, there's this kind of, what's it called, giving you do. You bring somebody that you should assist, you should help. There are people who they are generous givers. They give people and they don't ask for anything in return. Those people, believe me, they are scarce. They don't plenty for this life. Then there are people who give you and you are indebted to them for the rest of your life. That is who Jagaban is. You don't dare get something from him, and when he wants you to do something for him, you dare not say no. If not, you're going to be tagged a betrayer. That was exactly what happened to the vice president. That one now, I don't even know if you are in the pressing neck. I'm telling you, they have relegated him so well to the background that the man didn't even come as I can't talk. And in your mind, Yorubas will rule. It could have been more chance for the Yorubas to rule for 8 years if they brought in a healthy candidate and someone that is a great-grandfather to stand for their position. Fulanis are the most wise people in Nigerian politics. Soon the government will go back to them. Shetima will become the president if at all they did not even know the election. Fulani played on Yorubas. And the thing is that these people don't know. I have been saying it before now, that the quiet, the calmness of the Northerners should be very studied. The people will be say they ginger and youth. The youth they ginger. And mind you, I'm not among those that said Tinubu might not even finish his tenure. No, that is not even my problem. My problem is they can still do and undo, and nothing will happen. I am saying it that the calmness of this, was it not the same Northerners that came out and wanted to become the presidency? So why all of a sudden they're now calm? Like with the watcher. You're right, Tinubu is going to be the stone that the builder refused and later become the cornerstone of the building. God has chosen Tinubu through, though we may not like him, he has a purpose for it. He's being elected just like Paul in the Bible. Oh, okay, no problem. You lie, Tinubu did not win anything, rather it was rigged. So better say it was rigged by INEC for Tinubu, and the end shall tell. A legacy of a legacy of ill-will that has thrown the entire nation into mourning ever since that result of the worst ever conducted election in this country was declared while Nigerians were asleep. A nation without a strong legal framework and rule of law is irrevocably doomed. Nigeria will heal there. And I tell you, sincerely, I wish Nigeria will have a president that respects the separation of power and the rule of law. See these two things I mentioned. The day we start having people that come into power to respect it, Nigeria will start to get better. The law will be working without the judiciary needing to interpret. It is already clear. Nigeria, I hail thee. Why? Because they practice the democratic system of government that was brought by the West, but they don't practice it in entirety. In the West, there are certain things they don't need you to do to, they don't need you to come and do too much. If you break the law, just like maybe you overspeeding, you get tickets. They are not going to come and start harassing you like, Lagosians complain about LASMA. Understand? If you follow the wrong route, they will not harass you. Your ticket will be there. By the time you use your 1 month salary, pay ticket. You know, see food chop. This one, nobody go tell you to make you do the right thing. But here, you see the law. They will still need to interpret it. I feel all this back and forth doesn't make sense. So sincerely, hopefully, this election as a still court. Issue as a still court. We are hoping that the best comes out of it. Because I tell you, a lot of people are not happy. They're not happy. And this is affecting, or this might affect Saturday's governorship election. Hopefully, the will of the people stand and they give the mandate to who the people truly want them to give it to. Alright, on this note, we have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come